Hi everyone, it's Jennifer from Fiberflux. In this video, I will show you how to crochet the Mary Berry coasters. These coasters are fun and festive. They make a great gift or to decorate the house. Each coaster measures about 5.5 inches across. And for this project, you'll need a 5mm H crochet hook, a pair of scissors, a tapestry needle for weaving in your ends, and you'll also need some worsted weight yarn, or you could use some cotton dishcloth yarn, either one you like. And I chose classic Christmassy colors, however you can use any color you like. So let's get started. We're going to begin with the white yarn. And if you notice, I did kind of the reverse of my colors. For this one I did white, green, white, red. For this one I did white, red, white, green. You can do yours all the same, or you can make a set of sort of mix and match colors like I did. So let's begin by putting a slip knot on our hook. To make a slip knot, wrap the yarn around your fingers to make a loop. Bring the yarn behind your loop, reach in with your crochet hook, and bring up a loop. Tighten it onto your hook, and then I think I'm going to put this green behind our project so we can see it a little bit better just for the white portion. So then we're going to chain 4. To make a chain, wrap yarn around hook and bring it through the loop. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. In the chain farthest from your hook, you're going to work a slip stitch. Insert the hook into the chain, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop that's already on your hook. You now have a ring to work all your stitches in. To begin the first round, still working in white, we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to work 11 double crochets into the center of the ring. To make a double crochet, wrap yarn around hook, insert it into the ring, bring up a loop, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the first 2 loops, wrap yarn around hook, bring it through the second 2 loops. So we're going to work 11 double crochets. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Then 11. Okay, so the chain 4 we did at the beginning of this round also counts as one of our double crochets. So along with these other 11 double crochets, you're going to have 11 wheel spokes on your round. So join with a slip stitch to close, and round 1 is complete. You can go ahead at this point and pull that little tail tight, and that will close the hole in the center, and trim. So we're going to move on to round 2. Now round 2, if we go back to our coasters, can be worked in red or green. It's totally up to you. I think I'm going to go with red for this one. So what you'll do is just cut your yarn, fasten off, and then switch to the next yarn. We're going to go with the red for this one. And what I do is just reach in with your crochet hook, bring the new yarn through. Now if you have a preferred method of rejoining your yarn, feel free to do that here. I just like to cut mine and tie the new yarn right on. Okay, now with the new yarn, reach in with your crochet hook, bring up a loop. Now you're going to have 2 tails here. Just hold these along the edge of your work, and that will weave those in as well. So you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same space here, you're going to work a double crochet. You need to straighten things out a bit, okay? then chain 1. Then in the next space, you're going to work 2 double crochets. 1, 2, then chain 1. Again, we're holding these tails. Next space, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, then chain 1. So we're going to keep doing this around the entire round. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets, chain 1, all the way around. And we'll rejoin at the end of this round. So we're just coming up to the end of the round. And again, we work 2 double crochets, chain 1 in each space all the way around. And then we're just going to join with a slip stitch to close our round. So round 2 is complete. You can take your scissors, cut your yarn, go ahead and fasten off. So that's what round 2 will look like. So then we're going to come back to our coaster here, and we're going to be switching to white for the next round. So to work round 3, we're going to be going in between these groups of 2. So you can see, it's kind of, if you've ever worked a granny square, we're going to be working in these groupings into the spaces. Okay, so what you're going to do is go in between one of these groups, tie on your white yarn, or whatever the next color you want to be for your coasters. Just tie it right on. Then you're going to, again, we're going to hold these tails along the edge as we work. Reach in, bring up a loop. Then you're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then in the same space, you're going to work 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. Just like that, then chain 1. Next, we're going to skip over 2 double crochets because they're going to become a grouping. And then go to the next space and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2. Again, we're holding the tails. And 3. Then chain 1. Just like that. So we're going to go to the next space and do the same thing. 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3, and chain 1. And then you can continue doing this around the entire round in between these groups of 2, all the way around. So we're coming up to the end of the round, round 3. We're just going to join with a slip stitch to close the round, just like that. So round 3 is complete. Next, we're going to move on to our edging. Okay, so let's cut the yarn and fasten off. This is a super easy edging. And at this point too, you can flip your coaster over, and all these ends that you've been weaving, you can trim those off as well. See, we have no ends except for this one, which is going to get woven in just a minute. And that makes for a lot less work at the end. So just grab some green yarn or your next color. And I wanted to mention, if we come back to our coaster, all the stitches so far have been worked into the spaces. This round, the edging round, these stitches are worked into the stitches. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook into a stitch this time, not the space. Bring your new yarn through, tie it on again, same as we've been doing. And then our edging sequence is very simple. Again, you can hold these tails as you work. So all it is, reach in, bring your new yarn through. All the edging is a slip stitch. Insert your hook into the stitch, bring up a loop, bring that loop through the loop already on your hook. So slip stitch in the next stitch, and in the next stitch you're going to work a single crochet, insert your hook into the stitch, bring up a loop, yarn around hook, bring it through both loops to work the single crochet, then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, then work a single crochet in the same stitch, and that will give you those nice decorative points. Okay, so let's work a few more of those. Slip stitch in the next stitch, slip stitch in the next stitch, the next stitch work a single crochet, and we're holding those tails, single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet, all in that same stitch. So now we have 2 little points. Let's go to the next stitch. Slip stitch, slip stitch, get a little more yarn here, and then in the next stitch we're going to work a single crochet, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and a single crochet, all in the same stitch. So now we have 3 little points. Okay, so just keep working that way all the way around. Slip stitch in the next stitch, single crochet, chain 3, single crochet, and do that all the way around your coaster. So we're just finishing up our edging round, and when you're finished, you're just going to work a slip stitch to close the round. Sometimes it can be a little snug. There we go. And then finish it off with a slip stitch, cut the yarn, and fasten off. Okay? So then you're going to take your tapestry needle. You can flip your coaster over. You'll have 1 tail left if you've been weaving the ends in as you go along. Thread your tapestry needle and then come in from the back, and you just want to weave the green, or whatever color you're using, into the green area so it blends. Okay, so come in one direction with your tapestry needle, then come in the other direction, and then you can just cut your yarn. So our coaster is finished. So now we have almost a complete set. So that is how you crochet the Mary Berry coasters. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure and click the red subscribe button to get all the latest Fiberflux video updates. Thanks again.